Some breaking news on Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon right here on Wrestling News Update. All right, guys. Well, before I get started, I want to remind you that if you subscribe to this channel, if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button because I'm doing a giveaway, a WWE official replica of the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, the one that Roman Reigns currently holds. All you got to do is subscribe to enter, and that's it. And then when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I will be giving away that title. So just hit the subscribe right under this video. What's going on, guys? This is Angel from WrestlingNews.co. Well, there's another sign pointing towards Brock Lesnar being on his way out of WWE. Today, WWE 2K24 on the 2K Games website, they did their roster reveal, and two big names were not on it. The first big name is Brock Lesnar. He's not listed, and it looks like he's been pulled from the game. They have not officially said that he's been pulled, but he's not listed on the roster reveal. They had been talked about this about a week or two ago, that 2K was going to start downplaying everything related to Brock Lesnar. As you might remember, Brock was factored into WrestleMania season. He was supposed to be coming back at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and he was supposed to get into it with Dominic Mysterio, and also he was supposed to do something with Gunther. The plan with Dominic was it was supposed to be Dominic versus Brock at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view that's happening this Saturday. That's obviously been scrapped. And then Gunther and Brock has obviously been scrapped for WrestleMania. Presumably that would have been for the Intercontinental title. I don't know if Brock was going to win the belt, but Gunther's been on a historic reign, so maybe that would have been the case. But it looks like that's not happening. Also, in the last couple of weeks, Brock was removed from the 2K Supercard game. WWE pulled him from all of their creative plans. His merchandise was discounted, and he was removed from the intro that kicks off Raw and SmackDown and the pay-per-views. So, they may be moving on from him, and we may not see Brock again. Whether or not another company picks him up, I don't think TNA will be able to afford him. I don't know if Tony Khan would want to bring him in or not with stuff that's been alleged. So this could be the end of Brock Lesnar, forever in wrestling. And also, Brock's got plenty of money. He doesn't need pro wrestling. The person he's most wanted to work for, him and Vince McMahon have had they've had ups and downs over the years, but they remain close friends. And yeah, so we'll see what happens with Brock. What do you guys think? By the way, if you don't know, the reason why Brock's been pulled from all this stuff is because he was mentioned in the Janelle Grant lawsuit. His name was not specifically mentioned, but it was a UFC World Heavyweight Champion was mentioned in the lawsuit. And the Wall Street Journal then stated, per their sources, that person being referenced in the lawsuit is Brock Lesnar. And what was being alleged is that Vince, a few years ago, was trying to re-sign Brock, and Vince told Janelle Grant that in order to re-sign Brock, that she needed to perform sexual favors on Brock Lesnar for that to happen. So that's how Brock is tied with everything. Apparently Brock knew this because she was delivered by Vince, and that's part of the whole sex trafficking, sexual assault lawsuit. If you haven't read it, read the whole thing because there's some pretty sick stuff in there. There's text message screenshots allegedly from Vince McMahon to and from Janelle Grant. There's some crazy stuff in there. So, and John Laurinaitis and all that. And so a lot more is probably going to come out when this is all said and done. Also, speaking of Vince, he's also been removed from WWE 2K24 at least from that roster reveal that got posted today. So that's not a surprise. I mean, that shouldn't shock anybody. Vince is no longer with the company, and with these allegations, they want to steer clear of all of that. So again, it's interesting. See what happens here if Vince gets prosecuted here because his house got raided last year by the feds. They took his cell phone, and it's quite possible that this may go there might be some sort of trial here, sex trafficking, and who knows what else. And Vince beat the federal government in the '90s with the steroid scandal, but this is a whole different ballgame now, especially if more women speak out, and if the NDAs that he signed with these other women are deemed null, because NDAs are not meant to cover up crimes, and if there were crimes committed here, those NDAs may not hold water. And allegedly, according to a Vice article, Vince drafted and had these NDAs signed without WWE's approval. So that may also be a problem. So we'll see what happens. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on the Vince McMahon allegations? And Brock Lesnar, do you think we've seen the last of him? What happens with him? I know there are people saying that AEW should sign him. I don't know about that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And that's pretty much it. Once again, real quick, subscribe to the channel. Once we hit 100,000 subs, I'll be giving away an official replica undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.